Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the latest episode of Generations of the Game podcast. Of course, it's one of your co-hosts here, JP, and alongside me, I got the man who steers his plane. Introduce yourself there, brother.
What's going on, world? You know who it is. Will from the Lions Den. Back again with my good brother JP. And man, it's tourney time, brother. The best time.
It's tournament time, the best time of the year, good brother. And also, we have a special guest, a returning guest, one of the best basketball minds we know. We'll introduce him to us, brother.
We got friend, well, really family of the show, my brother,
Family.
fellow veteran, Scout P Cong, aka Pablo Cong, scout for May Hoops, Pro 16 League, and anywhere in the world there's hoops, he will be there. What's up, brother? Welcome back.
Man,
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all having me on, bro. Man, it's always good to be back with family, man. It's been a long
Yes,
time,
sir.
Yes,
but
sir.
I'm back in the building, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Always good to
sir.
have you on, good brother. Definitely. All right, let's start off real quick with some NBA news that broke this morning, y'all. Um, right now, we're wishing the best for one of the brightest stars in the NBA, one of the best players in the game, MVP candidate, Cade Cunningham, who had was discovered, I guess, after MRI that he had a collapsed lung. Pablo, since you're the guest, brother, speak on it about Cade Cunningham, good brother.
Wow, that's the first time I'm even hearing about that. He had a collapsed lung. Did he get hit or
Ooh.
something? What happened with
Yeah,
that?
they
I didn't even
announced it
hear
this
about that,
morning.
man.
To be honest, I don't even know how that happened.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it had to be some kind of contact or something, but nah, man. I mean, Cade Cunningham, one of the best young stars in the league, man. Potentially could probably be the face of the league, just depending on, how he play going forward or whatever. But nah, that's tough to hear, man. I hope he gets well, man, for sure.
Yeah, good brother. It's sad, and you just want the young man just to get better, man, and and everything. Forget about the basketball, forget about this year, whatever. Let him heal and get better. Will, what do you think about it?
It's definitely unfortunate, man. Cade is an example of, running your race and doing things the right way. He just hoops and stays out the way. And the timing is also unfortunate, approaching the playoffs, but also, with the current setup of qualifying for awards for the
Mhm.
league, as of right now, I believe he plays 60 games. So if he can't play, 64 or 65 games, whatever it is, he misses out on all NBA, which, is a trigger for Supermax. So, hopefully, of course, big picture in life and everything, he's good. But also, man, I want that young man to get everything he earned, because when you think all NBA, the type of season he had this year, that's absolutely what he is. He top 10 this season, easy.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I would say maybe he has a strong case for top five player of the league right now too. The way he played for the Detroit Pistons this year and stuff. But yeah. Anyway, get well, Cade Cunningham, man. You're missed. You're gonna be out for a while, but come back healthy and better, and that's the main thing right there. But let's move on now. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. It is March Madness. And there has been a couple of games of March Madness tonight and today. As we just saw the University of North Carolina lose to VCU 82-78. And North Carolina had a 19-point lead and blew it. Yo, I'm going to tell y'all something right now, man. I think Hubert Davis is on that seat hot like fish grease right now. But anyway, Pablo, you the first one, man. What do you think about this? Well, first of all, I know you loving it, brother. But what do you think
Yeah.
about, to stick with North Carolina losing tonight?
I think, what I'm saying, it's tough for him. First of all, shout out to VCU, shout out to Duke, but it's tough for North Carolina right now. You know what I'm saying? they lost their best player, so I get it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you still got to come out there and hoop or whatever. And I think they had a 19-point lead. Come on,
Yeah, it was
man.
definitely
You
up,
can't
bro.
lose that with it. You know what I'm saying? If you got a 19-point lead, there's no way you should lose that game. So, but you know,
Yeah,
it
they
is March,
walked
man,
it
and
down.
anything can happen. So, you know, shout out to VCU.
Yeah, man. Like you said, anything can happen in March, man. You know,
Hopefully they
wow.
extend Hubert.
Yeah, that's good for Duke for sure.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Lifetime contract.
Bro, you know shit is bad when the other team wants somebody to get extended, bro. They say, yeah, keep that going.
Word.
Yo, Pablo up there, yo, Will. Pablo up there doing the Birdman hair rub, man.
Straight up. Extend
Davis.
Hubert, baby.
Lifetime contract.
Lifetime contract.
Word.
But yeah, and you know, as North Carolina goes home, I know it's gonna be, I know they are mad down on Tobacco Road. I know they are hot with this one. Yeah, he definitely gonna be on the hot seat. Hubert might need his bags back after this one.
Man.
So yeah. Also, man, we gotta talk about the game, Pablo. They almost made you drink a whole
Hold
gallon
on,
of
real quick, bro.
liquor.
Hold on. I do want to say one thing on the VCU game.
Yeah.
So, real quick, man, shout out to 2 players, man. Of course, the whole team, you know, but shout out to Brandon Jennings, local kid out of Richmond, you know, playing for the local school.
Mhm.
You know, he comes from a good family, you know, so I know, you know, his mom and all them was going crazy seeing him playing in March again. And also,
Okay.
man, Terrence Hill Jr., bro, he dropped 34 off the bench, bro, and an efficient 34.
Woo.
Like, so, you know,
That's what
shout
I'm
out to
talking
them. You know what I mean? And again, shout out to Hubert, you know.
about. Hell yeah. Shout out Hubie.
Man, I know that Carolina alumni on the phone right now with somebody
What?
trying to see who's out there. Like, yo, we need you to come. Who do you think if? And we're not saying this. We're not saying it's going to happen. But we know that there's been some talking down there. There's been talking down there about him before that. But who do you think would be the next coach at Carolina if they let Hubert go or he resign?
I don't know who the next coach will be, but I know there's some names out there that I feel like that could fill that seat and get and really be elite at it. You know what I mean? Just from the, you know what I mean, their resume. I think you got guys like TJ Otzelberger or Otzelberg, whatever his name is. You know, a lot of people say Dusty May, but I think he's happy at Michigan. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Especially with the team they got now.
Mm-hmm.
What's old buddy's name? Man, I'm drawing a blank right now. Oh boy at Vanderbilt. What's his name?
Oh shit, I know.
Byington.
That would be a good one.
Byington. He's a tremendous coach. He would be a tremendous coach at North Carolina, and you know what I'm saying? Because I'm naming guys like that because I feel like those names would actually leave the school that they're at to go to a school like North Carolina, because North Carolina they do got a history and they got some prestige. You know what I'm saying? And you know, unless they, you know what I'm saying, if they want to continue to be elite, you know what I mean, give my boy Hubert a lifetime contract. It's all good. You feel me?
He said, "Give Hubert a lifelong contract."
Give my boy Hubert a lifelong contract, bro. I think those are some names right there, though, that could really do some work at North Carolina, man, and that they'll really do some good things. You know what I'm saying, at North Carolina. But if they really want to do the right thing, just go ahead and hire a Duke coach, a guy from Duke, and they'll be all right. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you a name I was thinking. I'm gonna tell you a name I was thinking about. Maybe Kenny Blankley from Howard.
There you go. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
listen,
He did a great job.
Listen, as much as I love, you know, for coaches to take the Robert Jones route, you know what I'm saying, and thug it out, I could never be mad to see a brother get his payday.
Word. For real.
Man.
Shit, matter of fact, They could hire Robert Jones to do work there. You know what I'm saying?
I know
he
absolutely would.
I don't think they won't do it, but he would.
Yeah.
Well, you give him them resources.
I've been saying that, man. If you really want to make a splash
in 2 years, you know what I'm saying? Straight up.
I'll tell y'all a sleeper though, like who probably just got themselves a better paying job, depending on who gets fired and stuff. That High Point coach.
Oh yeah.
Facts. Oh yeah.
Facts.
And he's down in Carolina too, right?
I don't even know that boy name.
It's hold on. Got it right here. Flynn Clayman. Yeah, High Point, North Carolina. There you go. He don't even have to move for real.
What's the name too? McNamara.
Yep.
Jerry McNamara. Siena.
I think he's going to the Cuse.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I can see them wanting him to take over at the Cuse for sure.
Yeah, he took over at the Cuse. So I can see him going there. Plus, he won a national championship too with Melo. So I can easily see him going to the Cuse.
Boy.
Yeah, he was nice.
He was nice. He was nice. Him, Hakeem Warwick.
Chris
Melo. Man, that was a good team. That was a great team. Yeah, but now we got to go on and talk about your Duke Blue Devils here, good brother. Man, they were putting a scare into a. When I came back from my lunch break. They were like, Duke is. I was listening to it like on the radio. They said Duke's down by 11. I'm like, what?
Bro, that game had me bugged out. I was sitting here like, yo. At first, I was cool. I was like, man, it's the first half. I ain't tripping, bro. We good. Then the second half came, man, and I was like, hold up. We might not be good. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hold up. And then it reminded me of that what was it? Is it next Friday where Pinky was like, oh, that motherfucker had me scared, but I held my own though. You know what I'm saying? You know what part I'm talking about? I was like, yo, bro, I ain't even gonna front, bro. I was sitting here like, I'll never cheer for these cats again in my life if they lose this game. Word up. And it's crazy because my phone was on fire too, bro. My phone felt like an IED, Will. I was like, yo. People was texting me the eyes and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, y'all about to lose, blase. I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers better not lose, bro. I even text my wife. I said, Duke is losing. She's like, and my wife a Kentucky fan. She's like, I hope they lose. I hung up the phone. Or I didn't hang up the phone, but I was texting her. I didn't even text her ass back when she had texted me. I was like, man, that's crazy. But I think this overall analysis of the game, though, man, like honestly, I think that I think they just thought they could show up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think they thought that they could just show up because it's a 1 versus 16. And that 16 showed them what time it was. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like Siena is like overly talented or anything like that. And to be honest with you, and be straight real with you, if they would have had a couple more minutes, they would have won that game. Siena would have beat them.
The crazy thing is, bro, they only played 6 people.
And they had to play the 6th person out of necessity because the nigga fouled out. You know what I'm saying? The dude fouled out. You know what I'm saying? But they played 5 dudes for like 39 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Which is
the dude fouled out. They had to put the other cat in, man. Like, bro, all I know, I was like, yo, I was bugging, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. You know, when you playing the video game, you sitting back, and then the game started getting serious, and then you sit up like, yo, hold on, let me concentrate. That's how I felt, bro. That's how I felt, bro. I'm sitting at the edge of my bed, yo. I was laying on my pillow. I started sitting up like, yo, hold up. This is kind of uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I will never hear the end of I will never hear the end of this if they lose, bro. I was like, this is crazy. But
man, you felt the way. You felt the way I felt that time back in the day when Georgetown played Princeton that time. They were backdooring them. All right, the first couple minutes, like, all right, this is cool. Then at halftime, all right, they're going to turn it on at the halftime. It was like a minute left in the game. They lose it. I'm like, well, wait a minute now. I'm like, hold on. Man, my heart was beating through my chest and stuff. I'm like, oh, no, don't tell me we going down to Houston. Then Alonzo Mourning had that block shot. And I was like, woo! That back door was killing them the whole game. I was like, man, no adjustments or nothing. It was like, man.
Crazy.
But yeah, I know that feeling, brother. Trust me, I know that feeling. Man, AJ Desposa got 35 tonight so far. 11 from 23. I got it. My TV acted up a little bit, but it's 70-64, 3:56 left. I know it's probably beyond that now.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Hey, shout out to Caden and Slim, man.
Yeah, word. Bro, I was about to say, I ain't even shouting out Slim like that. He was getting cooked all game. His defense was subpar. You know what I'm saying? But he came through in a clutch, you know what I'm saying, getting to the rim and shit. So I'm happy about that. But Caden was hooping. Caden was hooping for sure. Without Caden, we lose that game 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
So that's
Will,
I don't know. Go ahead, JP.
I was gonna say, hey Will, who was that goofball that was talking about Caden will end up at a D3 school? He the same one that said that Camden's a prep school was a nobody and stuff. Who was that goofy dude to be on Instagram?
Oh man, I'm trying.
I know you talking about that Eddie Links dude.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he's horrible, bro. Yeah, he's
horrible, bro.
He got the worst takes on the internet, bro. By far.
That's why he don't got that many followers, because he just say like stuff that's just inflammatory, and then like everybody be like, "What are you talking about?" And everybody just start cussing him out because his shit sounds so crazy. You know what I'm saying?
He's trying to use shock value to get his buzz up, but it's not working,
bro.
It's not working.
He the Howard Stern of Instagram.
His dumb ass sat up there talking about Camden as a prep school doesn't produce anybody. Like, man, get the hell out of here, man. First off, it's a public school. That's the first thing. You talking about a prep school? Shows how dumb you are because you don't even know anything about it, about him. I tell you what.
I know they be saying that they think his account is AI. It's AI generated. They said like he don't never like look different. They just change the shirts on him and all that.
I mean, that's valid though.
AI. You know what I'm saying? If you look at like all his videos, he's doing the same movements and he's doing the same stuff, and then the nigga think he on first take or something. I'm like, man, get your fat ass.
He said he on first take.
We got a minute left, gentlemen. We might have something. Let's see if they can get some stops.
Who's this?
BYU in Texas.
Damn, I'm at the 3-minute mark. Damn. I'm at the 3-minute mark.
What's the score? What score you got, JP?
I still got 72-64.
Oh, yeah, they cooked.
Yeah, your shit way behind, bro. It's 75-71 right now.
Oh, wow. All right, don't tell me, man. Don't tell me because I got this thing on. I got to see what's going on. Oh, anyway, man, yeah, but getting back to the show. Sorry about that, y'all. But, it's March Madness, too. But also today, we saw Arkansas beat Hawaii 96-79. Acuff had a big game today. I heard the whole team played well. Billy Richmond had a good game. Hey, Pablo, what do you think about Billy Richmond? I think at this point he is a first-round pick in the NBA draft.
I'm about to say I think he's an NBA player, first rounder for sure. Top 30 pick. I've always liked Billy Richmond, but Will tell you I like Billy Richmond, you know what I'm saying, for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I'm always
he was at Camden. Yep.
That's a fact. Yeah. I always thought that he was he reminded me of a super athletic RJ Barrett, bro. Like straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like I think he's a little more skilled than not Andre Barrett. Than RJ Barrett. And I think that you know what I'm saying, obviously way more fluid. You know what I'm saying? And way more athletic than RJ. But I love Billy Richmond, bro. He's a dog, bro. He's a dog, bro. He just go out there and get right to it.
Yeah, two-way player, too. He can play offense. Eddie's a good defender. Yeah, and I know you talk about Andre Barrett. You talk about Andre Barrett and Kenny Satterfield and Rice. People don't know nothing about him.
I was talking about him, but I didn't mean to say him. No, he don't remind me of Andre Barrett. I ain't gonna go there. Andre Barrett
was like 5'7", 5'8". Yeah. Remember, he was shooting.
He was cold as hell too.
Shout out to Andre, man. That was a hell of a period of time, man, for them PGs.
That's when they had the point guards, bro. That's when they had point guards, bro.
Yeah.
Shit is crazy.
Who's the best point guard ever come out of New York City is, well, in the modern era? I guess Tiny Archibald would probably be the best ever because of what he accomplished. But
It depends on what you want. Kemba got the NBA accolades. Kenny had the best overall career as far as if you look at what he was in high school, college, and all of that. You know, Rod was amazing. You know, like yeah, Kemba.
I was about to say that's always been my favorite player. Rod Strickland has always been my favorite. I've always loved Rod Strickland. I think that, you know what I'm saying, just skill for skill, I think it has to be Rod Strickland. You know what I'm saying? But like in the modern era,
what about Marbury?
Marbury the most complete for sure, in my opinion. But I think like
without a doubt,
Rod, bro, he was crazy, bro.
Kenny was one of the best. Kenny was one of the best high school maybe the best high school point guard I ever seen. Kenny was amazing, but we're forgetting
he was amazing.
Early looking like he played JV.
He just couldn't shoot, bro. But he was good. Though. He was good.
He was great, man, in high school. In the past, man, he could pass. But there's one name we're forgetting about, though. That was a certified legend, Pearl Washington.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, brother. You know what? I was born, but he was that dude.
Pearl.
Yeah, Will ain't old enough.
Yeah, Pearl was that dude. Like I know who he is. You know what I mean? But that's well before me, man.
Yeah, I was 10 years old. I
before your time a little bit.
I saw Pearl come to Camden, man.
He like all time,
he came and played
all time. Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite point guards? Like all time, like high school and college.
College, jeez, wow.
It don't matter where they from.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest, bro. Kyrie is up there. You know what I'm saying? Kemba, he was ridiculous, man. I'm gonna be honest. Listen, Pablo, I'm gonna say this on the air just so it's real. Before I was, I really knew what I was looking at and everything, bro. Jay Will, bro. Like he was one of the first.
He was that.
That was that, bro. That nigga had me wanting a Duke jersey. I'm gonna be honest with you. Truth, bro.
I'm gonna make sure I clip that up. I need to put that on my Instagram.
Listen, bro. I give you too much shit about Duke, so I'm gonna say it on the recording, bro. You know, it's there for the public. But shout out to Jersey legend Jay Will, bro. Kyrie though, he is. When you talk about Rob,
my favorite point guard of all time that was Khalid El-Amin, man.
Oh,
he had that big ass T-shirt on. He used to be killing, bro.
Yeah, I would say for me, I'm old enough to remember Magic. When Magic's at Michigan State, I remember Isaiah Thomas is there, man. Iverson, man. It was a lot of great. Yeah, I remember Isaiah Thomas took Indiana to a title, and he put them on his shoulders and took them to a title.
Bro, you witnessed some some goats, bro, for real.
Yeah, witnessed some goats. I mean, Magic was 7 years old, but I remember him like, man, who this tall ass dude passing the ball like this?
Now I'll tell y'all two from like my legit childhood that's not sniffing the hall, but man, them boys was a fun watch. The first one, Cali Barron. He just played with a different type of aggression. And then this dude, that I'm about to say, underrated historically, man, not flashy whatsoever. Andre Miller, bro. Yo, his post game, the way he played the game, like he reminded me of like you a kid, the janitor want to shoot around. And next thing you know, y'all playing, y'all running up and down, and he cooking.
And
you know what I mean?
He busting your ass.
Yeah, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Hell yeah.
I like my more favorite from the modern era though is Russ, man. Mistakes and all, bro. I'm a big Russ guy, man.
Derrick Rose, I'm a huge Derrick Rose fan too, man. Derrick Rose, woo, man.
How can you not be?
JP, not Ben Simmons.
My dude was Khalid El-Amin, though. You say Ben Simmons.
JP, you ain't hear me?
What'd you say?
He a Sixer, man. JP, you know Ben Simmons?
Oh, hell no. He ain't make the tournament. How can he do that? He ain't make the tournament.
No, I'm talking about as a Sixer, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a bad memory for me, man. Ben Simmons, man, to this day, I can still remember me, my pops, and Sammy sitting there, and we were stunned in disbelief watching this dude with a wide open layup, and he passes it back. They're like, "What are you doing?"
Now, real quick, I want to, for the record, I know the Camden supporters we got gonna be like, no, Wani. Listen, Wani, one of my favorite players ever, the high school level. But Wani is a combo, and in the league, you might as well say he was a 2. So that's why I didn't name him. We talking about point guards, but
Yeah,
just players growing up. Hell yeah, he at the top.
because everybody knows. Everybody knows. God bless you. Everybody knows there is no Wagner slander ever. Ever no Wagner slander. Ever. You know that. We don't do Wagner's. There's certain players we don't do slander with, but the Wagner name is one of them. So we don't do that. You know that, Will. That Wagner name is legendary. But
Shout out DJ. Shout out all of them.
Shout out to them, man. He's been playing well. He's been playing very well. But let's talk about his teammate though, Darius Acuff. He's tough. He's tough.
Tough. That boy,
tough, man.
I feel like they his team, not his team, but like, his circle is on like a media blitz to try to like force him pause, down everybody's throat when they don't need to be. You know what I'm saying? Like his play is doing that alone. You know what I'm saying? But you got Kendrick Perkins and all of them like, oh, number one pick. He's not the number one pick. Let's calm down. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I get it. You rhyme for your guy or whatever. But I think it looks disingenuous when you do that, when the kid is just absolutely killing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you see why he's doing that, because I feel like even if he wasn't killing, they probably would still be saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my take on it. I don't know. I could be wrong.
This draft is going to be deep, man, because, you can probably go to 10 and get yourself maybe even a potential franchise player at 10. But I think Acuff should definitely go to top 5. I agree. Top 3 are locked, I think. But 4 or 5, somewhere around in there, yeah, because you got Brown
who would you take before him? I would take him before Michael Brown. I no point guard before him. I'm gonna tell you that now.
Go ahead. Would you say over Michael Brown?
No, I'm saying I'm not taking I won't take Michael Brown over Acuff. Ain't no way.
Nah, me neither. Nah. I wouldn't either. Definitely wouldn't. But yeah, he's tough, man. Acuff is tough. That whole Arkansas team is tough. Excuse me. It's like I always said, they're going to go as far as the interior players take them, man. Brazil plays the way he played during the SEC championship game. Man, Arkansas could go far. I mean, deep into the tournament.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it a buck too. Malik Thomas got one of the worst haircuts I ever seen in my life. Word. I don't even know what that is, bro. Bro got like an afro shag type thing, bro. I'm like, yo, that joint whack, bro. It look like he got a hard hat on.
But he's talented though, man. He's
nice. He's nice, even with that whack ass haircut. But I'm just saying though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like Malik Thomas's game, man. Cal's got himself a very good team, man. And
yeah, he do.
And we got to ask you about these 2 players later on, but one of them he got too, Mr. Smith coming in next year. He's a dog, man. He is a dog. But we're going to ask you about that later in the show, good brother, about Mr. Smith, Mr. Jordan Smith from outside of the D.C. area. We definitely going to talk about him. And another player that we talk about too, we talked about the show before. We're going to talk about him as well, about who is the best player in the country. Because, we got one of the premier scouts right here in basketball, and he's going to tell us the real about what he thinks about both of them. But also today, we saw Wisconsin get upset today. 5th seed. Who was that team they played? Was it High Point? High Point?
Yes, sir. Shout out to Cameron.
Yeah.
High Point, man. Yeah, they beat Wisconsin. Wisconsin was playing well coming into this game, and you just never know what's going to happen during March Madness. What other games do we have today, y'all? The, Ohio State losing to TCU. They came back, roaring back, but it's too big of a lead to come back from. We saw that
Man,
game.
sad way for the all-time leading scorer to go out, man. But hell of a career for Bruce, man. I ain't gonna say I saw him doing all of that, but shout out to him.
Bruce is nice, bro.
Yeah, man. I remember
Where
when he
Bruce
matched
from?
up
Where
with
he from
DJ in high
originally?
school. I want to say Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
was it?
nice.
I'm trying to think. Let me see real quick, but I'm pretty sure it's Georgia. Yeah, Alpharetta, Georgia. I can't. I'm trying to see what school it was. Yeah, Milton. I remember they played Camden one year. DJ was torching them niggas. I'm gonna be honest with you, but
Oh yeah, I think that was the game after they lost to Mount Verdi, right? He came on national TV. He was like, yo, all right, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all some shit.
I'll tell you what, they wasn't ducking no smoke. They played the Mobleys. They played some Georgia teams, bro. They was playing everybody, dog.
And them teams from Vegas too. That Bishop Gorman, they beat them by like
Uh-huh.
30 points. Yo, I'm gonna tell you a game, but see, it's like Denny said. Shouts to, of course, the great Denny Brown. Definitely, like he said, man, Lance Ware and Woodley, man, they were wearing Mobley out in that game, man.
Pause on behalf of Pablo.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said, yeah, on behalf of Pablo. Pause.
Oh my bad.
Yeah. I was letting
you got
New
New York in the
cook
house,
though.
bro. You just gotta.
Yo, I'm like Ghostface, man. When he said on his skit with the album, man, like, yo, niggas talk about Pauls. There ain't no such thing called Pauls. You know what we talking about.
Bro,
I'm
that
like,
skit
you
was
gotta remember,
hilarious.
that's old school.
He was legit
So we don't say
outraged.
it. That's something y'all be saying, that Paul shit. But yeah.
He was legit outraged, bro. That shit was funny.
But yeah, man, look, man. Evan Mobley, he probably still having nightmares about that game, man. Because Paul's all right. I say it one time. Paul's they were tearing his ass up, man, down in the low post. They were tearing him up down in the low post, man. They tortured him. I remember that game, man. I know Evan Mobley like, man, I ain't never seen no shit like this. We don't have this shit out in Cali. I know he had to be saying that. But yeah, man. But Evan Mobley, one of the great young post players in the NBA, definitely has lived up to the hype. But so who's everybody's Final Four? I didn't do a bracket this year. I really didn't do a Final Four. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think I'm just gonna start just betting games, like on FanDuel and stuff, to see if I can win some money off that.
Man, I had a couple I definitely would have made some money off of today. I ain't put no bets in though.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying the games, man, because of my past track record of these games and stuff, man. Like, oh yeah, this was good. I remember one year I had no Final Four teams one year. And I think that's what I was like, man, you know what? Fuck this shit. I ain't doing it.
Yeah. No, I got
That's
my Final Four. I had a Duke, Houston, Arizona, and Michigan.
That's some good picks.
Yeah.
Those are some good picks. Florida to me.
I think Vanderbilt gonna take them out.
Woo! You think Vanderbilt gonna take them out?
I think so.
I mean, they already kicked their ass once.
Yeah, they did, and they was cooking.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. When my fucking when Vandy get hot, bro, when they making shots and Byington is drawing that shit up, boy, them boys they be on the heater, boy. It's hard to stop them, man. When that nigga Tanner start cooking, it's a wrap. They ain't got nobody who could guard him. They got nobody who can guard Tanner, bro. He be just running wild on their ass.
Yeah, man. Vanderbilt is tough, man. You know, they're a very good team. Oh, I see. We'll talk about that. We talk about the high school section about another player too that I saw sign yesterday, but we'll talk about that, you know, when we get there. Also, moving on to the world of basketball right now. If you had the number one pick right now in the draft, who would you take? we go with Pablo right now. If you were the GM, who would you take the number one pick in the draft?
Shit. I give you the biased answer and then the real answer, right? So the biased answer, I take Cam Boozer, but the
Okay.
real answer is AJ Dibanza.
Yeah. Yeah. AJ's a special player, man.
What
Y'all
about
might as
y'all?
well count out the bag, man. They went down tonight, didn't they? BYU lost, didn't they?
I don't even know. Let me check.
Yeah, they did.
They
Yeah,
lost.
what was the final? What's the final score?
Hold on, I'm trying to go to the right thing, man. My
Oh, they
shit.
lost 79-71.
Yeah, they made a little comeback, but not it was just AJ out there, man. It was
AJ had
rough.
35.
hmm
Yeah,
And
AJ.
he should have had a bunch of assists too. He was breaking the defense down for when they was trying to trap him and shit, and he
Bum ass
was
niggas
threading
probably
the
missing
needle.
shots.
Yep, bro. He created a lot of open looks, man. They still wasn't hitting.
Yeah, AJ, man. He had a great freshman year, man. He had a great freshman year. It reminded me, I say maybe the best freshman season that I've seen in recent memory was probably Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was something special in Texas. Ironically, he lost to Texas. But he was something special, man. I mean, he could take a whole team by himself and take them far
Fact.
in a tournament.
You know what's
But
crazy?
what's
So
that?
you bring up KD, and absolutely another dominant freshman season. I guess forgotten about because of what happened in his pro career from that very year. Man, Greg Oden was a man child, bro.
Man,
It took a team with two future NBA All Star bigs on it to get them up out of here, man. Him and Mike Conley.
hell yeah. That's
Bro,
that's when they lost to Florida, right?
Yep, yep.
yeah,
Oden was out there playing with the wrist brace on, the big ass wrist brace and
Yeah.
shit.
No right hand
yeah.
and shit.
Yep.
And left-handed basically.
hmm
How
Dunking on them
great do
niggas.
y'all think Greg Oden? How great do y'all think Greg Oden could have been?
Dominant.
I think he could have been like very, very dominant. You know what I'm saying? Had he stayed healthy, man, I think he would have been
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous.
He had a serviceable offensive game, and he had
Mm-hmm.
like defensive player of the year ability and instincts.
He was
Like you look at the
pause. He was
fact
big
that
as hell.
yep, look at
As
the
big
fact
as
that
hell.
Gobert made hundreds of millions of dollars, bro, and he only really had skill on one side of the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Odin
That's a fact.
definitely would have been cooking. And when you think about where he went, I'm gonna be real, bro. It's easy, in hindsight to revise history, but if
Mm-hmm.
Roy can stay healthy, with him and LaMarcus, listen, bro, they making a finals appearance. I can't say for sure they win it, but that team was crazy, bro.
They make
If
a finals
they
appearance.
Hell yeah.
They make a finals. They make a
young,
finals appearance.
they had some pieces.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. I'm gonna tell you. Let's go over as well. Since we're talking about the tournament, your favorite tournament moment and your most disappointing
Oh man.
tournament.
Mm.
Shit.
Well, we're gonna start
Favorite.
with you, first. Me and Pablo. I already know what mine was. My disappointed was. We'll share that. I'll share that. But go ahead. I go last.
I'm gonna go low. I'm gonna go low first, man. So being a University of Kentucky fan, man, we were having an all time season, man. With Cat, Cauley Stein, and them boys,
Oh,
man. And we run up against Wisconsin, and just that quick,
That was a
man.
great year.
Them title hosts was out the window, man. And
couldn't
it's
believe
not even just the fact that they lost, but it's like who they lost to. It's like how, bruh. Like they had two NBA players, but
it.
two
Mm-hmm.
guys that was like rotation players. You know what I'm saying? Like you talking about a team
Mm-hmm.
with multiple All NBA dudes. A future SEC Player of the Year on it. Like
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
team was crazy, bro. Like you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is. Now the high point, you know, Kentucky again, of course, but I don't JP, you know how the history, man, but I don't really talk too much about my family and everything like that. But 2012, man, seeing Calipari and the team, raise that trophy, AD with one of the most dominant seasons we've ever seen, without even hardly scoring like that. And, to see, a kid from South Jersey, you know what I'm saying, that ain't want to do nothing but hoop his whole life, you know, realize his dreams, want to chip and, be a top 2 pick, in the NBA draft, like, a month later, that was special shit, man.
Yeah, I could imagine. And who else was that team? Jeff Teague was the point guard, right?
Marquise Teague.
Marquise Teague was the point guard. And
Ron Lamb.
Lamb can shoot that ball, man.
Terrence Jones, probably the most underrated player from the Cal era outside of Brandon Knight.
Yo, man, that man, look, that's one of the greatest college teams ever. Period.
Yo, real quick. Y'all two hoop heads, man. I feel like, people go strictly off NBA success all the time. But man, can y'all remind the people, man, what type of talent, man, Terrence Jones was, bro?
He was good. He was a very good college player. Very good.
Nice.
Point
forward.
All American.
Play both sides of the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Look at them high school highlights. You might think he one of the best players to ever walk the earth.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Left-handed LeBron, bro.
Yeah, man, child.
Real talk, bro.
He was tough. He's a lottery pick. So
Jones, man.
Yeah, he was a lottery pick. So he was a great player, man, at Kentucky, definitely. Man, we talk about some of the best point guards too. Got to throw John Wall in there, man. John Wall was tough, man. Got to throw him in there too.
Man, he been getting disrespected, bro. Like, honestly, like all of them have been recently, man. Listen, I want to say this: Darius Acuff is having one of the best freshman seasons I've seen, without a doubt. But we gotta raise up the present without tearing down the past. Listen, man, De'Aaron Fox, Brandon Knight, John Wall, D Rose, Tyreek Evans, the list goes on. These dudes were amazing in their own right. And we're not gonna disparage what they did because Acuff is on a heater right now. You know what I'm saying? We can just appreciate all of them. You know what I'm saying? They did their thing. You know what I mean? But Acuff is the future.
Moment.
Yeah, bro. Every time somebody have a good game, is he the best ever? Like, god damn, bro. Like,
I don't even understand that.
Yeah, man. People forget about Derrick Rose, and of course, you got to, as we said earlier,
so many point guards on Kentucky, bro. Like, I could name probably like 5 of them.
Listen, Cal, Cal had me in Memphis too. Like, bro, listen, I like as far as high school and college is concerned, even the beginning of his pro career. Listen, bro, we from the Northeast, so we know, bro. People forget how good Tyreek was, man, and I'm not going to let that happen.
Tyreek Evans,
yeah,
that nigga,
a walking bucket.
Yep,
a walking bucket.
Legit 6'6" at the point guard spot.
Like
in my opinion, probably the most underrated handle. You know what I'm saying? I've seen. He was like that, man.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, Reek was cooking until they took the ball out of his hands in Sacramento in the pros. Once they moved him to the wing, it was a different story. But he was nice. Rookie of the year.
Yeah, Pablo, name your best season and your worst, bro.
So I would say
he got like 50 seasons to choose from, man. That shit cheating.
Yeah, I know.
I'll start with worst first. I would say last year was probably the worst. Last year and the year that also the year that Trajan Langdon and Duke lost.
Oh, 99 UConn.
UConn they lost to.
Man, yeah.
Probably the worst, but last year,
real quick,
bro,
Pablo, let me ask you about a loss y'all had. I'm not even trying to be funny.
No, you good.
How painful was that CJ McCollum loss, bro?
Ooh.
Because that was one of them real upsets.
It was like, honestly, bro, I was like,
wow.
That's when I was like, when that game, I think I was still actively playing basketball, so I was like, yo. I mean, I was just like, bro, I'm about to try every move that CJ McCollum just put on these niggas, bro. Like real rap. I'm like, yo, he was crossing the shit out of them niggas, bro. I was like, But at that moment though, honestly, bro, I was like, we need more melanin on this team, bro, for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know
I
what?
was like,
Yeah.
this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? You can't be having you know what I'm saying, old buddy out there trying to guard him, and he had to put his dancing shoes on. CJ had him doing the salsa, boy.
Yo, Pablo, bro, I'm busy. I'm busy asking you about a loss. I just unlocked my own trauma, bro. How can I forget St. Peter's, dog?
Oh
Worst
my,
shit ever,
bro.
bro.
Oakland.
Yeah, man. Like, listen, the end of the cow era was rough, bro. We just gonna leave it at that. That's my guy, though. You know what I mean? But damn,
that boy Jack Golke.
bro, he probably an accountant right now. You know what I mean? He was cooking.
He'll be a legend forever up North Jersey, though.
Man. Oh my goodness.
Then they came back when they beat Purdue too, didn't they? Or they? They lost to Purdue by 1.
That nigga was hooping.
That was a hell of a run.
That shit is crazy though. But
I'm gonna give you mine. I'm gonna give you my all-time I'm gonna give you my all-time disappointment. It's one of the worst in basketball history for me. Was when Georgetown lost to Villanova back in '85. Man, I cried like a baby after that game was over. I went in the bathroom and cried. I could not believe it that we lost that game that year. And we ain't been right since. We've been in the Final Four, but we ain't been in no championship game since then. You know, that would be one of the worst. And then I would say I got 3 teams actually that I actually was proud of. You know what? I'm sorry. I got to throw UNLV in there too when they lost to Duke that year in '91. Man, I was mad as hell, man. I mean, the UNLV team at that point, I thought might have been the best team I ever seen. At that point in college basketball, when they lost to them, though, I'm like, man, look, I ain't getting in no particulars or anything like that. There, I'm just gonna let it be. But all I'm gonna say is, man, some shit was crazy in that game. That's all I'm gonna say. It was some shit that was crazy. But my most proud moments was 3 UNLV in '90. No disrespect to you, Pablo. I let my Duke hate go, man. Back then, man, I hate Duke as much as the Boston Celtics. I hated Duke as much as the Boston Celtics back then.
UNLV killed Duke.
Did they?
30-point game, bro. I was like, yo.
30-point game. Yeah, 30-point game. Also, of course, seeing Louisville win the national championship with Milt Billy and Kevin Walls, the Camden connection. See them win the national title. Damn, that's over Duke too. I didn't even think about that with Johnny Dawkins and them. Seeing that Tommy Amaker in the backcourt and them, yeah, that was another one. And also, of course, I can't forget about Georgetown in '84, man. That was great seeing John Thompson becoming the first black coach ever to win a national championship in college basketball. That was, Georgetown. That's my all-time favorite team, man. So it was good seeing
games from the black and white TV days, man. That's some true history. Hell yeah, the generations. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
The generations. That's right.
He had the hanger on the antenna and all that.
Man, I just remember that Kentucky game they had against Kentucky. They were down by like 15 points at the half. I was like, damn, man, we ain't going to win this. Man, I don't know what. Oh, I know what happened in the second half. Michael Graham happened. They brought Michael Graham into that game, man. That changed everything. Everything. And I knew they played Houston with Olajuwon. I'm like, oh, man, we got this shit. I'm like, man, Georgetown got this championship. I'm not even worried about it. So, yeah, man, those were my 3 proud college moments. UNLV, Georgetown, and Louisville that year, 86, 90, and 84. Yeah, those are my proud moments. But that Georgetown loss in 85, that's my most hurtful loss in college basketball history. So I'm gonna tell you something. If Michael Graham didn't flunk out of Georgetown, they would have gone undefeated in 85. That's what they were missing, that toughness.
For sure.
I don't see that. But yeah, so yeah, y'all, we're headed towards a great tournament and everything. So, we're looking down the stretch. Let's go real quick quick crossover real quick to the NBA real quick. At this point of the season, who's the MVP of the league? Because in my opinion, I think Wemby's the MVP of the league. That's just my opinion, though. SGA, he's still there and stuff. But when I look at the impact on what he's done defensively, offensively, he's good and everything. I might go with Wemby. Pablo, we'll start with you first, bro. Who do you think's going to be MVP of the league right now?
Cooper Flag. No, I'm just fucking with you.
I was about to end the recording right now.
But he's going to be there one day, though. He's going to be there one day.
No, I think I definitely think Wemby, though. I definitely will give it to Wemby, man, just from what he do on both sides of the ball, man. And his, what I mean, his team, how he got his team hooping and everything, the way he anchors everything, man. I think that definitely Wemby for sure.
Yeah. Will,
listen, man, I ain't gonna be mad if Wemby ends up getting it. I'll be real with you outside of Shea, because it's Shea. I think, Wemby is hooping and he does it on both sides. Luka is doing it on the offensive side. And then before he went down with injury, bro, Cade was definitely very high on my list, man. Nobody thought, out of all the teams we're talking about right now, nobody thought that Detroit would be, anywhere close to where they are this season. So we got to acknowledge what, he did as well, because, no disrespect to anybody, but, outside of Doran, I don't think that, anybody thought that Detroit was going to be doing what they did. So,
right.
But listen, if Wemby got that trophy, brother, I wouldn't be mad. But JP, I see what you're doing. JP trying to get the first piece of hardware so he can start the Wemby is up there with Kareem and Wilt conversations for the generations.
Yeah.
I put it to you this way, bruh. If the game was played more inside out, or the game was played the way Wilt and Kareem, their era, played, he'd get 8 to 10 block shots a game. Mm-hmm. He would get 8 to 10 block shots a game. Wemby would, man, because I've seen some great shot blockers, but Wemby's the best shot blocker I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And you talk about how he alters shots too. I mean, not even the block shots, but altering the shot, shutting down the whole lane by himself. I mean, it's a sight to see, man. Defend his impact defensively. I mean, he'd go out in the perimeter and guard guards. He could do it all.
You know what's crazy? I saw somebody talking about Wemby's defense, and they showed a clip of him from I think the last game, and they were pretty much saying he's not even great from a fundamental standpoint. The way he plays defense is just his genetics allowing him to do what he's doing.
Oh, for sure.
Listen, who gives a shit? I mean, listen, bro. He's a passable defender on the wing. And if he's in the lane, it completely changes your thought. Most people won't even go to the basket if he's there. You know what I mean? But if you do, that defense is there, and God forbid he's on the help side.
Yeah. I mean, he's like Bill Russell, Kareem, and Wilt, probably the 3 best shot blockers we see. Anthony Davis is probably in there too. But yeah, he is a very elite shot blocker.
Shout out Mutombo, man. Rest in peace, man.
Shout to definitely to Kembe Mutombo. Yeah, but obviously he had an impact on games the way Wemby's had, though. He impacted the game, but taking over a game defensively, man. I mean, this guy's amazing.
Dwight Howard when he was at Orlando too.
Yeah, bro. Listen, Dwight, he was different, bro.
Man.
And you could argue, depending on the matchup, he was slightly undersized too. You know what I'm saying?
He was. He was what, 6'10", 6'9".
He was just.
He really was a power forward. Mm-hmm. If he would play power forward in the league, you talking about maybe top 3 power forward of all time.
Hell yeah.
That's what you're talking about with Dwight Howard, man. I always felt he could have been better than what he was too. I always felt he could have been like.
I think his problem was he didn't have like no real go-to moves. He just was strong as a
No.
motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He tried to, you know what I'm saying? He tried to get like a little dream shake and a little left and right jump hook, but that shit looked mad awkward because that nigga's so brolic. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, why you doing a jump hook, nigga? And you got like 30-inch arms and shit, bro. Like,
yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
White was terrorizing the league, bro, with a basic ass offensive game.
With a basic offensive game, man. Dwight was good, man. He was a very good player. I think he just made the Hall of Fame too, right?
I don't even
know. I'm pretty sure he made the Hall this go round.
Yeah. Well deserved too. You should make the Hall of Fame, definitely. But get back on track. Pablo, it's your time, good brother. We got to ask you, who's the best high school player in the country? I'm saying because to me, it's two of them.
I'll tell
Smith and Tyron Stewart.
I say who the best is to me. I would say Jordan Smith is the best high school player.
Is that Jordan Smith?
I say Jordan Smith is the best high school player. Tyron, more talented than Jordan, but Jordan was a better high school player for sure. Yeah,
Jordan took that team on his back this year, man. He carried them to a top, 3 or 4 ranking in the country.
Yeah.
He played big in every game, too.
I think they lost like 2 games or something like that. Something crazy. They had a hell of a schedule, too. So,
yeah, he scored. He scored a lot of points, man.
Hell yeah, he did.
Yeah, so I agree with you. I got Tyron number 2. And I would say what you would call it Josiah yesterday with USC, Christian Collins. How do you think that fit is with him at USC?
So I told myself after hearing Christian Collins' story, I wasn't going to slander him. Shouldn't slander him anyway, but you know. I think USC is a bunch of mid. And that's all they'll ever be is just mid. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel like I feel like Muss is probably one of the most overrated coaches in college. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he gets all the talent, but he don't win with it. I'm like, how you not winning with this talent, bro? Like, it's crazy. So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Shout out to Christian Collins, though, man. I think that's a good move for him. You know what I mean? He's going to stay at the crib. He's going to be in LA still. He can still do his thing. He got his fan base, his family there.
Yep.
It's a good thing for him. Salute to him.
Definitely, man. Definitely. But yeah, I agree about the Jordan Smith thing. Will, what do you think about it? The best player in the country?
Oh, I mean, I've been saying it, man. It's Jordan, bro. He's dominant. You know what I'm saying? He's a gamer and he's a winner, man. Like, he's a winner, man. Like, yes, his team is good, but when they need him, bro, he turns it up every single time. In the summer, this season, every time he's on my screen, he's making plays that jump out. He is and he's going. I know we're talking about high school, but he's going to a system that perfectly fits being a dynamic point guard, bro. He about to, have a hell of a season down there with Cal and Arkansas, man.
Oh yeah, Cal's gonna get the best out of him, bro. He's gonna get the best out of him. He's tough, man. Jordan Smith is real tough. Definitely. Yeah. But hey y'all, I think this is a quick show. I think we covered our bases, didn't we?
Oh, one more thing. I don't know, Pablo, this is a pop-up topic, man, but real quick, I do want to just highlight the fact that the ladies of the WNBA reached agreement to, essentially not have a lockout, but also get much overdue compensation that's owed to them. That's all the salaries is going up, like something crazy like 300 to 400%. The Supermax is going up from like 240K to like 1.4 million. The average salary is going up somewhere like 600K. This is a life-changing deal for the women, and I salute them because the only reason they got what they got is because they stood their ground and they dared the owners to test them. They were prepared to not play this season, and it worked, man. And JP, you can touch, you can speak to this as well, but this is a situation where we don't only honor the current players, the current, WNBA players, association, people, but we honor the women that came before them. Your Cheryl
Yes.
Swoops, your Cynthia Coopers, your Lisa Leslie's, all of these women that came out, Dawn, when the league was, no disrespect, paying peanuts, they came out and they played really, for the love of the game, to continue making a name for themselves. And, they showed that no matter what people were saying, people that love hoops were following it. And the game has continued to grow. Now we have the Asians of the world, the Pages of the world, the Stewies of the world, even at the college ranks, Juju is arguably a top 5 player in the world in popularity right now. You know what I'm saying? She's a college player, my bad. And Hannah, like the game has grown on every level, and that has been able to be monetized, and rightfully so. So I'm extremely happy, that this happened. Not only for the fact that we will have hoops in the summertime again, but also because the main reasons they got what was owed to them. So over to y'all.
Yeah, Pablo, you want to go first? Go ahead, good brother. I go
Yeah,
last.
just piggyback off of what Will said, man. I agree with everything he said, man. Shout out to them women, man, getting their money, getting that bread. I know it's tough out there. My thing is like, are they gonna generate enough revenue? You know what I'm saying, to make sure that they all paid. Though is what only thing I would say. But other than that, man, shout out to the women, man. I don't really watch like too much of women's basketball. I always tell myself I'm gonna get into it more. I don't know what I be doing, man. Sometimes I just be forgetting about it or whatever. I think their season is just too short or something to where I don't be watching enough of that stuff. But shout out to the women, man. That's a hell of a deal for them.
Definitely good, brother. Yeah, I've been watching women's sports, man. I like the women's college game just as much almost as the men. Yeah, as a matter of fact, sometimes some years it's better than the men's game. Sometimes, I like watching the women hoop. I like watching the WNBA. But also, we gotta thank the people beyond that world. We gotta thank people like Louisa Harris and stuff who passed away last year, was part of the Olympic team in '76. You gotta thank the Nancy Liebermans of the world, the Ann Donovans, the Cheryl Millers, who really elevated the women's game to where it was in your face, and you couldn't ignore the women no more with Cheryl Miller and them. And then like you said, you keep going on. Teresa Edwards, the so many of them, man. Like you said, the Swoops, the doggone Lisa Leslie's, the Tina Thompsons, the Dawn Staley's, all of them, man, to what we have now. It's amazing. It's a great deal, and I think the minimum salary, I think is what, 200,000 or something like that, or 150 or something like that.
I think the rookie salary going up to like 200K. I think the vet minimum is going to be like 300.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's life-changing money, man. That's good money. That's life-changing money. And of course, women holding it down again, especially black women. Shout out to the black women. Of course, they hold it down, and women in general, they hold it down, man. So,
Who's a president over there?
Hold on. Let me see.
Who's the players, whatever, is it player president or player representation, whatever the fuck?
Yeah, Collier, the Features Collier.
Yeah, Fee. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to her. She didn't budge. She didn't budge at all. She was going through this. Shout out to her.
I guess right now the president is NECA. Awumake.
Okay, Awumake.
Listen,
shout out to her too. They both were on the front lines and stuff, man. Paige was out there. definitely shouts to Paige too, man. Man.
Shout out to Fee though, because Fee helped force their hand because her league was paying players for like a season that's like maybe a couple weeks, maybe a month and a half or something like that, like more than they was making for the whole WNBA season.
Yeah.
And that was a step in them not having to go overseas for some of them, but it also was making the W look bad. Like, they playing a short season, they playing threes, and they making more money than they making full time in the W. So
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
And you know
It's
me, I'm gonna go to the soapbox for a minute. If we voted for a woman in 2024, we would have this. Let me stop, man. We would have this bullshit we going on right now, man. If you voted a woman in the oh man,
we live in an alternate reality, bro.
The world is turned upside down because these dumb, ignorant ass, jackass motherfuckers sat up there and voted for this clown in office, man. But like you said, this ain't a political show. This is a sports show, so I'm just going to leave it at that, man. Man, it's crazy, bro. It's wild, man. All because you worry about some damn eggs. You got some eggs now. Oh man, it's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. But yeah, man. Once again, another great show in the books. We're gonna keep up with this March Madness. And don't think we didn't forget about the women as well, because this very well could be the UConn Invitational. So it could be that.
Damn.
But
UConn
it could be UConn Invitational. But there's two teams out there I think they could stop this. One is South Carolina, and the other team is UCLA. UCLA might have the team that can give
UCLA
UConn all kinds of trouble.
UCLA got Lauren.
What you say, Will?
Nobody got nothing for Lauren, bro. She unguardable on the block.
No.
Yo, real quick, almost forgot.
Dawn Staley will always.
What'd you say?
Bro.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, going back to the men's real quick, I almost forgot. Shout out to HBCUs, bro. 2 HBCUs won yesterday.
Yes, Howard and Prairie View A&M.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and Tennessee State is there too. Yep. Yeah, so it's like 3 of them in there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what happened to Norfolk State this year? Because I thought every year, man, they in it every year.
Hey man, hey brother, I just know they ain't make it, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the ins and outs, but
shout out to Coach Jones, definitely friend of the show, Coach Jones. Yeah, we got to get him back on, Will, too, definitely.
Oh yeah, you already know.
Norfolk State, man. But yeah, y'all. Yeah, we had ourselves another great show again tonight. Pablo celebrating tonight because not only did his Duke win, but also the arch rival with Tobacco Road is in mourning right now.
Shout out to Hubert, man.
Shout out to Hubert. It needs a lifetime contract.
Max.
Oh man. Man, you're lucky my Duke hatred's over, man. I hated Duke for years, bro. I mean, I hated Duke for years. Couldn't stand them.
I'm glad you're doing better.
I can tolerate them now. You know who my most hated team is in college basketball, and they didn't even make the tournament. That damn Auburn, man. Bruce Pearl, he's standing on them, man. They died where they should be, in the basement, brother. Yep. They in the basement. So, that's my most hated team. So, yeah. But anyway, Pablo, kick your shout outs, good brother.
Yeah, man. Y'all could, shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Duke, man. Shout out to UNC. Shout out to Hubert. I'm gonna holler at you later, my brother. Nah, man, but you can find me on Twitter, man, at Scout Pablo Cong. Same with my Instagram, I believe. Get in touch with me, man. You know what I'm saying? I evaluate players, man, and I try to do it at the best and highest level I can, man. So I appreciate y'all having me on, brother.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, you do a hell of a job with the scouting, good brother. I'm always tuned in, so you know that, man. You always, you're like you said, it's time for us to get up there and get a piece of this pie too.
Hell
And
yeah.
I'm glad you're one of the leaders of doing this and stuff, and get your name out there. With you getting in touch with the college coaches and getting these kids into school and stuff, man. That's a great thing, good brother. You had a vision, and you're doing your vision. Now, don't think I forget. Don't forget about me too, man. I'm ready now to do that thing now. Do a little bit of scouting and stuff. I'm done. And bring myself my pad and pen. Like I'm an MC, about to drop a hot 16 real quick, see what's out there. But yeah, man, but again, shout outs to you, good brother, for what you're doing for the game of basketball and also making the lives better for these young men as well. So definitely shout outs to you. Will, you got your shout outs, good brother?
Oh, yeah, of course, man. Shout out my co-host with the most, you know what I mean? My brother, you know what I mean? Shout out to Pablo, because one thing I can appreciate when it comes to his scouting is his unbiased.
Mm-hmm.
He don't care what circuit a kid is on. He gonna come watch them if they can play,
Mm-hmm.
and Pablo been telling me about players. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I be tapped in, but he be telling me about players I have
Mm-hmm.
never heard of, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I look him up and I be like, oh yeah, that kid got game. And then we hearing about him, for years. So that's real scouting. Like, it's easy to look at a AJ, you know what I'm saying, a Darren,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, and be like, yeah, this kid is amazing. Yeah, no shit, But to look at a kid that isn't getting all the looks, all the offers, and identify talent and what they can project to do at the next level, that's really what it's about, man.
For sure, man. I
Hey,
appreciate
good
you.
brother, definitely. Of course, shouts to the good brother Pablo, definitely doing his thing. Shouts, of course, to the co-pilot Will. Shout outs also to our listeners as well, man. Even our new listeners who follow this show too. We appreciate everybody. We appreciate you all. Much love to y'all. And I agree, and I back up Will's sentiments as well. Like as far as with the scouting stuff, because just imagine, nobody heard of Ben Wilson 40 years ago, but he went to an ABCD camp, tore it up, and became the number one high school player in the country. That's what it's about. It's about finding players that, may not be household names, but guess what? When they go to these camps, they tear it up and they just go up the board with a bullet. Like, what's my man's name to play? T-Mac historically, yeah. Ben Wilson, T-Mac. What's my man this year? Josh Howard's son. He came up out of nowhere.
Bryce. Hey, chill with that Duke propaganda. Yeah, he's nice.
I think that was
He's
just
nice,
honestly. I think what bro Bryson, bro. I think it was just a misevaluation, bro, because he was hooping like since a sophomore. You know what I'm saying? Like he was nice ever since then. I just think he just didn't have the right eyes on him, man. I think everybody was just looking at other dudes. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this kid is right here. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's crazy.
And it's real crazy because he got NBA bloodline. Normally that's the only thing they care about.
Yep. It's the NBA bloodline. Let me ask Pablo. Let me ask you this question. I know we got to end the show, but I want to ask you this question: if Wendy was an American player and he came over and he played in the United States, in my opinion, I think he might have been the most hyped prospect of all time. What do you think?
I think first and foremost, if he did that, he'd probably play at Duke. So yeah, I agree. He probably would.
About where he wanted to play.
Hey man, we just lost connection, man. We just lost connection.
I think you're right, bro. Like, we'd never seen anything like him. You know what I'm saying? So he would have been bigger than LeBron James. Real talk.
Yeah. So, yeah. His games have been on ESPN every week. Every week, his games would have been on ESPN, man.
Yeah, his practices would have been on ESPN. Straight up.
And I think, hey Pablo, I think based on his offensive skills and ability, he'd have been a 35 to 40 point scorer in high school, bro.
Man, he probably would have averaged 50 and 30. Straight up.
What can you do with him? All you gotta do is lift his arm. You know what I'm
50,
saying?
30, and 15 blocks a game.
50, 30, and 50.
It's crazy, man.
It would be. He could play with four. And no offense to any schools, but you can have him play with four average public school or private school kids who D2 prospects, and they still might win the national championship with Wemby alone in the middle.
Bro, he could have won a state championship with Vokey, bro.
Yo, Pensacola Tech. No disrespect to Pensacola Tech, but for real, he could have won a title with them. But I'm gonna tell you what, you put him on that Camden squad, because he graduated, 22 from high school? You put him up on that Camden squad when DJ was a junior and he would have been a senior, and you still would have had with Bradshaw and them and Fleming and them, that'd been one of the greatest high school teams of all time.
JP, bro, I knew you was gonna do that shit, bro. I knew you was gonna hypothetically transfer him to Camden, bro. That is funny as hell.
You know, bro, that team would have been
Worldwide West got Wemby to Camden, huh? Okay.
You crazy. You wild. But that would have been crazy, though. That'd have been nuts. Because I wouldn't like to see him go to a prep school because, you wouldn't see his maximum potential at a prep school.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe so dominant.
Yeah, like saying Montverde, but it was like, they was dominant, but it was like y'all got too much talent, you know what I'm saying, playing these teams. We know y'all gonna win by 50.
Like Cooper Flagg. We didn't see the best of Cooper Flagg till we got to Duke.
Cade, take your pick.
Yeah. Yo, if Cooper Flagg was stayed in Maine, he'd be a 35, 40 point scorer in high school. Easy. But I understand why he made the move to Montverde. I understand. Damn, y'all, Lucas dropped 60 points tonight.
How much?
Sheesh. He on a heater, bro. He leading the league in scoring right now.
60.
Still not getting an MVP from
Shady. Man, don't play no defense at all.
None, bro.
No.
What they say online? A cone?
Straight cone.
Oh yeah, look at the score of this game, bro. 134 to 126.
He ain't even a cone. He a statue, nigga.
60 18.
The Lakers win?
Yeah, they won, bro. He got
Lakers
hot.
Yeah,
the Lakers won. He got hot though, because he made 9 threes. Luka not doing that on the regular.
Yeah, nah, hell.
Woo. Yo, man, them Lakers are a dangerous team to look out for too. But anyway, y'all, let's stop this. Yeah, till reality comes in. But they looking good right now. But yeah, y'all, let's wrap this up. Once again, on behalf of me, Pablo, Will, we say peace, and we'll see y'all at the next episode. We out.
Peace.
Peace.